I collected over 100 kegs on Sea of Thieves to build the world's biggest. Watch to the end to find out what we built. So usually I'd use this part of the video to explain exactly what I'll be doing, but thankfully the Past Benny did that exquisitely. So over to you, Past Benny. Right, where are you going to collect all the kegs from? So first things first, we're going to go over, we're going to do this fort, right? We're going to collect all the kegs off the island, bring them on board, collect the stronghold keg or two, then the additional kegs you get in the fort. We're going to leave all the loot because that's not what we're here for, you know? Then we're just going to go to different forts and not fortresses because apparently a stray cannibal can hit you when you have fucking 52 kegs on board. Yeah, quick side note, I did already try this challenge once, but it didn't go too well. But I'm totally over it, you know, as you can see by my face. So I haven't really gotten over that. So as we were heading to our first destination, which was the fort, I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous since, you know, Savage, my friend here, was somewhat new to the game. And, well, you know me, I'm quite the demolition expert.
Here we go.
So we arrived at the fort, stripped the island of their kegs, and brought them safely aboard our vessel. I remember thinking, man, this is going to be a walk in the park. This is going to be a piece of cake. It's going to be easy. Until I ran into my first problem. My kryptonite, if you will. These bastards. After being sent to the gulag more times than Nadia at the Warzone 2 event, but fortunately for me, unlike Nadia, I was at my own setup, so I just installed my aimbot and went to work. After sending the Duchess back to Prince Harry and completing the fort without any further issues, there's another keg.
Yep, both of them just blew up. And the flames got me.
We brought all the kegs on board while engaging in some insightful conversation about horses. I like horses' legs, man. They're all like thick, lean, and veiny. Bro, if that gets clipped, I'm banning whoever clips them. Safe to say that Mr. Red Pleb. Yeah, mate, you're banned for life. I then located the nearest fort on the map, and we set off for more keg collecting fun. We pulled up to the fortress, and you'll never guess what we found there. That's right, more fucking kegs, mate. Who'd have thought, eh? Not me, that's who. I'm skipping a lot of the keg collecting out because, mate, it's boring. You know, no one wants to watch that. And we never actually did like a final verdict of how many kegs we had on board because every time we tried, this kept happening. Are you tallying up? Oh, like 14, 12, 11. Oh,
You
no,
motherfucker.
Sorry, dude, sorry.
I was in the 40s.
But I'm pretty sure it was a little over 100. So if you don't believe me, just suck your mother. So having collected all the kegs on this island and watching Squidward have his way with a passing ship, we yet again found the nearest fortress and set off to find more of those explosive little buggers. We made a quick pit stop at Fort the Damned, collected yet even more kegs, then I stepped back to admire the pile. And I hadn't seen piles so explosive since that time I ate a Taco Bell with hemorrhoids. So while on our way to the fort, we were just sailing past an island, you know, everything was fine. Until it happened. After 3 hours of work, this is how it happens. We get blown up by a stray cannonball again. Ladies and gentlemen, we were doomed. Our fate was in God's hands now. So all I could do is just stay calm.
How about that?
Yeah, I have no idea how we survived either, but listen, we did, so on to the next fortress. So as we approach the fortress, my heart rate is finally slowed back down to resting heart rate level, and then I had another scare. But knowing me, at least I didn't overreact. Get on this one. What the fuck?
I'm working my way back on the island.
Oh my god, Con, bro, I can't believe you just did that shit. Oh, I can't believe you just did that shit, bro. And that's the second viewer that got banned. Good job, guys. Scumbags. So after fetching a fresh pair of undergarments and speaking to my doctor about my chest pains, we collected more kegs and brought them on board. And after defeating the Duchess one more time, we once again collected our well-earned rewards. And as we stacked our final keg, it was nearly the time to start building. We did have a slight problem when a Reaper 5 came beelining towards us, but thankfully I'm Benny Two Socks, so I turned the charm on. Excuse me, gentlemen. No, I'm friendly. We are... I would like to parlay. So we are currently, me and my friend over there, so we currently have approximately 85 kegs on our ship. We're trying to stack as many as possible, and I was just wondering if, you know, you wouldn't kill us. I waited for their response for what felt like an eternity. And then they said,
I mean, if we can blow them up later, then sure.
but ladies and gentlemen, little did they know they would not be blowing anything up at all. Because we had a penis to build. As we were searching for a suitable location to construct said penis, it happened again, and I was swiftly reminded why I should ban Conduct 9.
You piece of shit, you piece of shit, man. Piece of shit, man.
Since it's a willy that we were creating, we felt Salty Sands was the most topical and the most logical place to build it. You know, well, it's not the biggest, but you know, it gets the job done, which isn't relevant at all. But well, it is in my case. On the way to Salty Sands, we then saw a brig, so we approached it and gave them an offer they could not refuse. We have about 100 kegs on our ship, and we plan to make the world's biggest keg cock. And we would like to invite you. Oh wait, hold up. We would like to invite you to come look. If that's something you'd be interested in, of course. And this guy was either having microphone issues or he was just blown away with our proposition. But he did not talk for a very long time. He did not respond, and nor did his crewmate. So yeah, it was a bit of a lost cause. So we gave up with him and we made our way to Salty Sands, our final destination of the stream. And once we arrived, we were faced with our most tedious task yet, unloading the kegs. I didn't know how to go about it at first, but then I just wanted to play it safe, so I just did it one by one. So I want to bore you with this because it was fucking boring, mate. Like boring. Like it took us maybe like 30 minutes, man. It was awful. It was awful. But yeah, follow twitch.tv/Benny2Socks for more exciting streams like this one. Back to the video. While we were unloading the kegs, Con just made sure he had to get me one more time. So thanks for that, mate. You such, this is Con, you're such a damn. Since we've been collecting kegs together for nearly 5 hours, you know, me and Savage, who I was sailing with, we became very close. So while we were unloading, decided to share some secrets. Mate, I've got to be real right now, bro. I have an abnormally large helmet. I had to get it checked out when I was younger. Parents thought it might have been like a fucking tumor or some shit, bro. Once the kegs were fully offloaded, we got to work on the testicles. Why is the left nut, bro, so much wider than the right? However, once corrected, we ran into our first problem. Oh no, it's starting to bend. Oh no. Believe me, I take no pleasure by saying this, but I straightened out the shaft. There we go. Why is this diverted? We finished doing what we were doing, then we took a step back to admire our handiwork. Oh my god.
It's just too perfect. It's just too perfect.
Oh, it's actually fucking beautiful. While trying to take a screenshot, I spotted a galleon just one island over, and I thought it would be an injustice to me, an injustice to Savage here, and more importantly, an injustice to the penis, for them not to see that shit blow. So I fired myself over, swam for what felt like an eternity, and gave them the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, so I've got a weird proposition for you guys.
Yeah.
So for the past 5 hours of my life, me and my friend over there, just one island over, we've been collecting kegs. We gathered about 100, and we've just made the world's biggest keg cock. Would you like to come see it get blown? She went to go converse with her crewmates, which again is completely understandable, seeing as I'd do the same thing if a strange man asked me if I wanted to see a big woolly get blown up.
They're going to see a keg cock get blown up. They've arranged to load the kegs up and they're going to blow them up. It's in the shape of a cock.
But
I love it.
So now they were on board and we had an audience. I hitched a ride back to Salty Sands. Told them briefly how the keg collecting experience went. Yeah, it was a long ride, no pun intended. Then we headed back to Golden Sands for the fireworks show. We arrived back at Golden Sands and I invited them to come watch in our crow's nest since we had the best seats in the damn house, baby. It was all so perfect. The sunset was beautiful. I was with a bunch of strangers on a ship, playing Sea of Thieves at 2 in the morning, about to blow up a massive cock. And I must admit, at this point, I got a little bit emotional. Alright, well, 5 hours work, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the cock is going to blow. Let me tell you, man, it's been I've been getting testy during this process. Like, I've been going nuts, man. But, listen. We've been to the moon, on top of the world. We've been down in the shafts. But we've all got a smile on our face at the end of the day. All right, 3, 2, 1, cock.
It was beautiful.
And there it goes, my friends. There it goes. 5 hours of work, all to build the world's biggest keg penis. My favourite thing about this whole experience was how much these random pirates enjoyed it. They enjoyed it a bit too much, like a little bit weird if you ask me.
Yeah, that was well worth it.
Oh my god.
Very glad you said that.
Thanks for swimming over here.
Oh, you are
Thank you
welcome,
very
sir.
much.
And one of them was even kind enough to give me a stool, in return. So I could sit down, look in the mirror, and contemplate my fucking life.